Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call to order the July 2025 meeting of the Lancaster County Planning Commission. I'd like to welcome everybody in attendance, all of our commission members. Pretty light docket tonight. We've got, first on our list is the meeting minutes from the May 21st meeting, which I missed. Did everyone receive their packets in time to review the minutes?
Yes.
Any changes or alterations noted? It's okay. I'd like to make a motion to accept the minutes as presented in our package. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. All right, we've got one public hearing tonight. Ms. Hall.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Tonight, we have a public hearing to discuss proposed amendments to Part 1 of the zoning ordinance, Article 1 definitions, to amend the definition of small-scale residential solar installation, and to amend Article 28-3 small-scale residential solar of the Lancaster County, Virginia Land Development Code. In response to concerns regarding an existing solar facility on a residential property, the Board of Supervisors discussed elements of the efficacy of the existing ordinance, inquiring if the actual configuration, location, and operation of these existing solar facilities are coalescing with the intent of the ordinance as it relates to small-scale residential solar facilities, specifically size, height, location, and noise. Therefore, the Board of Supervisors voted affirmatively to request the Planning Commission to reevaluate the existing ordinance as it pertains specifically to small-scale residential ground-mounted solar structures. At the last Planning Commission meeting, staff presented research regarding various elements of residential solar facilities along with recommended changes. After a discussion of each staff recommendation, the Planning Commission instructed staff to draft proposed revisions based on input and feedback from the discussion. Included with the packet is the current ordinance, an applicable definition, and the accompanying language for the potential revisions to the code language. This issue has been advertised as required by law, and to date, county staff have not received any public comments. We did reach out to Jim Cornwell, and Ms. Pruitt is going to tell you a little bit about his comment on that. And at your desk, we provided an update, which includes two changes where we added, I believe, the wording standalone, and that is bold and highlighted. And so, Ms. Pruitt, would you give us a little more detail on that? Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. After Mr. Cornwell reviewed it, one of the questions that he had was about, it kind of revolved around the idea of what a carport is. And I think when we had our discussion last month, we were specifically more talking about standalone carports when we were talking about height and things of that nature. So in that discussion with him, we decided that it would be a good idea to add the word standalone in front of solar carport when referencing that type of carport in terms of it being a ground-mounted solar facility, meaning that anything that was then connected, if a carport was connected to a house and solar panels put on top of it, or an actual solar carport was then connected to a house, it would then fall under either building integrated or building mounted or roof mounted, and then it would follow those regulations. And so the big difference really there is with that height. So when we're talking about a standalone solar carport, and we have the recommendation of a 15-foot height maximum, that would not be quite the same as if you had a carport attached to your house, and maybe based on the scale of your house, you had a taller carport, then it would become a roof-mounted, for example, solar facility, and then it would meet the regulations of that, meaning the height requirement of the district instead. So that was just providing a little bit of clarity in terms of what kind of structures we're talking about. So hopefully that made sense. And if it didn't, please let me know and I can try to explain better, or if you have any questions.
It's clear to me. Does anybody have any questions regarding that change?
No.
Any questions for the staff before we open up public hearing?
Nope.
Any questions? No questions? Okay. We'll take the opportunity to open up this portion of our public hearing regarding the proposed amendments to Part 1 zoning ordinance, Article 1, definitions of Lancaster County, Virginia Land Development Code. I'm guessing we've got anybody online. That would be the only taker since we've got no one in attendance. And if that's the case, we'll alert Mr. Costello to raise his hand on the computer. We'll allow him to speak. I guess so, you didn't tell, I mean, I guess for the record, we'll just note it's Mr. Costello from District.
Did he raise his hand?
He did raise his
Okay.
hand.
Okay.
Mr. Costello.
here
we can-
it is.
There he is.
There you go.
Is there?
Yes, we can hear
We
you.
can hear you now.
us?
Yeah. I just said hi. I'm just not traveling up the road, that's all. But you're doing well, I appreciate it. Good evening.
Thank you. Is he off? line?
No, I'm not.
Oh, did you want to add anything, Charlie? Can you hear me?
No. The only thing I had was that the minutes said you'd do it and then you would have the public hearing the following week, or the following meeting, is the way the minutes were in May. Olivia, at the very end of it, that's how it was set up, but, no, this is fine. I'm satisfied.
Okay.
Good evening.
Thank you, Mr. Costello. Is there anyone else online? Okay. This portion of our meeting, the public hearing, is now closed. It looks good. I mean, do we want to make a motion to send it on up? Has the board had a chance to review this, Mr. Lee?
Not this.
No.
Okay. But this is sort of, this is the direction
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I can make a motion?
I'm surprised you all didn't get at least one call. Because we did have a complaint.
Yeah.
That's the call I thought we would get. So,
Well, we're just easing it on up the line now then.
it's kind of strange, but
I just have a question, I guess, just off of what Mr. Costello said. So he is correct that in our last meeting, I specifically asked if we were bringing it to public hearing tonight, and we said no, that we would change it and bring it back for discussion and then take it to public hearing the following month. And that is that's in our minutes, and it says that. I don't know if in any way that affects whether or not we should really do anything tonight, or whether we need to wait until next month if anybody read the minutes and thought there was not a public hearing this evening.
That's a good point. We could table it tonight and then do a public hearing again for this at the next meeting.
I think it might be in our best interest.
Again, I was not present, so I'm happy to do whatever
Okay,
you guys feel comfortable with.
you good with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then this public hearing will be tabled until next month? I mean, we did have time to advertise it and everything, so you didn't hear anything, but we can go ahead and table it. Yeah, that's fine.
And that's just me. If you think it's all okay, then I'm fine with moving forward. I just wanted to bring that up, just in case.
I think in
Transparency.
today's atmosphere, we probably ought to table it.
Yeah. It's cleaner doing it this way.
Yeah. well, then-
Agreed.
okay.
Yeah.
Transparency.
Is that okay with you guys? We'll table it until next month? Well, then we'll just, we don't need to vote on tabling it, do we?
Why not?
Yep.
All right, with that being said, I'll present a motion to the planning commission to table this public hearing and conversation until the August 2025 meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, it's tabled till next month. Thank you, Tara. The voice of reason. Okay, other business. We've got two items. Ms. Hall?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. In a future meeting, probably at the next meeting in August, we will begin looking at some updates for resiliency to our Chesapeake Bay Preservation Act program. The state has required some changes specifically regarding coastal resiliency. So we'll get you some language to review for that. Also, we have a packet that Jim Cornwell's provided us regarding legislative updates from the 2025 General Assembly. So we're going to wade through that. It's very thick, and we'll see what we need to update. I do know one of those items is going to be pertaining to styrofoam. There's a styrofoam ban for restaurant businesses. So we're going to look into updating that. That law did provide provision for an exemption for financial hardship. And one example that we have been looking at is Henfranco has a form to apply for that financial hardship exemption. It's real simple. I think you said it was one page. So we'll probably take a look at that example and a few
The
others.
state's banning styrofoam?
For Virginia, yes.
And
Yep. So.
the plastic's still okay?
And so they're kind of phasing that in. You've probably noticed some of the bigger businesses like Chick-fil-A have already stopped using the styrofoam cups. And then I think we have till 26 to comply at the more localized level.
Okay. But those would just be noted as discussion items, I guess?
Yes, we'll bring those on to discuss them. The resiliency updates need to be adopted by October, so we're going to move as quickly as we can on that. But that was the guidance provided by the state.
Any other public hearings for next month that you know of?
Not right now.
Any other questions for staff? Last but not least, a Board of Zoning Appeals update.
Really not a whole lot. We continue to have them. Most of them are just setbacks. Most of them are due to the shape of the lot. And so far, we've been, for the most part, we passed on most of them. But they started after, like I said, a few months ago, and they continue on.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Sorensen. Any other comments from the Planning Commission?
I didn't see a sign-in sheet for tonight.
She was going to get,
That's correct. I'm going to run and get that, but you guys can go ahead and end the meeting, and I'll run and get that. If you can just hang around for 1 minute while I get that printed for you. Sorry about that.
okay. There's no new business to discuss. We will adjourn until next month.